Hi, this is Colleen Lehman, Public Health Liaison at the Douglas County Health Department, and there have been just a few COVID-related changes and updates that I'd like to share with you as it will impact you as a Douglas County resident. Probably the most obvious thing is how we will be conducting our COVID vaccination clinics going forward. Since December of 2020, we have been holding weekly clinics, sometimes twice a week, to get those first and then second doses out to the over 5,000 community residents that have chosen to become fully vaccinated. We'd like to give them a big thank you. Thank you so much for making that decision to keep yourself, your family, your coworkers, and your community healthy and protected from the COVID-19 virus. Now, in the last few weeks, the demand for those first doses of vaccine have declined. So what we're going to do is take a step back and look at how we can best utilize our staff resources and still provide these life-saving immunizations. This Saturday, May 15th, we have a mass vaccination clinic scheduled for at Northward Elementary School in Tuscola. That is likely to be the last one that we hold for some time. That next week then, the week of May 17th, some of our managers will be getting together and figuring out a plan so that starting the following week, May 25th, I believe, what we are probably going to be doing is holding drive-through vaccination appointments. Monday through Thursday is most likely going to be what we're doing, and that will be held at our J600 site at Tuscola Outlet Mall. You will likely still be registering online using the same process that has been in place for our regular vaccine clinics. There will still be similar or same paperwork to fill out. You'll get your vaccine, and you will still be required to stay, now it'll be in your car, for a minimum observation period of 15 minutes just to make sure that you're not having any adverse reactions. And then after that, of course, you're free to go. We want to continue to help protect you against the virus, but still not take away our staff and personnel for hours and hours at a time at clinics if the traffic isn't there to do so. So that's why that decision is being made, and look to videos like this and on our website at dchealth.org for final and more specific details on how those vaccinations will take place moving forward. Another thing, speaking of vaccinations, the makers of Pfizer Vaccine just this week got approval from the FDA to also offer their vaccine to recipients from the ages of 12 to 15. Prior to that, it had been 16 and older that were eligible to receive Pfizer, and now they've been given that expanded access to the 12 to 15 age group. I'd like to note also that both Moderna and Johnson & Johnson are also conducting similar trials with that age group, and it is widely anticipated that they'll be applying for similar authorization from the FDA as well. So if you have a 12 to 15-year-old in your household and are interested in them receiving a vaccine, we strongly encourage that you do so. Whether or not we receive Pfizer vaccines, that is one of the vaccines that we don't necessarily get in great supply. We may be able to in the future, but even if Douglas County Health Department can't provide it, there are certainly other avenues to receive that vaccine, whether it's through pharmacies, other places that are holding mass vaccination clinics. We'll be happy to either provide it ourselves or find an outlet for you to get it if we don't happen to have it at the time you're looking for it. You may have also seen in the news that Governor Pritzker announced that Illinois will, on May 14th, move from Phase 4 COVID restrictions and guidelines to what's called to the bridge to Phase 5 guidelines. That slowly opens up a bit more businesses, restaurants, gymnasiums, venues, public venues, to allow for more spectators to be inside or more diners to come inside. It gives greater freedoms, and is, as the name suggests, it's a bridge to the final phase 5. And that, should all of our numbers continue to look good, should cases continue to decline, should serious cases of COVID and serious hospitalizations continue to decline, we could foresee reaching phase 5 as soon as June 11th. So we're very excited and about that change, very hopeful that that June 11th change to phase 5 does occur. It'll take all of us trying to do the very best that we can to keep ourselves and each other healthy to reach that goal, but it's certainly one worth working on together. Those are some of the main things that have changed, not only for Douglas County residents, but Illinois residents basically as a whole. The last thing I'll leave you with are some of the numbers that I shared with our Douglas County municipalities and schools and other shareholders about what our numbers are looking like here in our county. As far as like the 7-day positivity rate, which means what is the rate at which we're getting more cases of positive COVID results, Douglas County right now sits at 2.3%, whereas Region 6, of which we are a part, is at 3.3%. So, as has been the case for a little while, we are trending below the regional rate, although we are up just a tiny bit from last week. We have had since last week, since I last reported a week ago, there have been an additional 12 positive COVID cases we've received here in Douglas County, and I'm sorry to say that also an additional death has been reported. We are, as was referenced earlier, we are seeing vaccine hesitancy, hence our change in our COVID clinic situation, COVID vaccination clinic situation. To give you an example, the last clinic that we held was on May 6th, and on that date we gave out 50 first-dose Modernas, 30 single-dose Johnson & Johnsons, and then 190 second doses of Moderna. So as you can see, those first dose numbers are declining significantly. Beyond that, we remain here and we remain committed to helping Douglas County residents in any way we can to help preserve and promote their health. If you need anything at all from us, we welcome you to contact us either by phone, send us emails. You can find us online at www.dchealthdept.org. We have several social media platforms we're on, including Facebook. And in the meantime, we're wishing you a happy and healthy end to your school year, and hope that the summer remains that way as well. Thanks for tuning in.